Hi students, now we are going to discuss file allocation methods. First of all, you have to understand what is file allocation. File allocation means how we are storing the data of a file or how we are storing the file in the disk space. Okay, then these are two types. One is contiguous allocation and another one is non-contiguous allocation. And later non-contiguous allocation has three parts. One is linked allocation, another is indexed allocation, and another one is FAT, file allocation table. FAT full form is file allocation table. Okay, first of all we'll discuss contiguous allocation. Contiguous allocation means the data of file or the files data from the files are stored in contiguous manner. Okay, as you are noticing here, these are contiguous, these are in contiguous manner, and these are also in contiguous manner. Okay, here we face problems like external fragmentation and internal fragmentation, as we are discussing disk allocation methods. Okay, so these are the problems. Here is some advantages and disadvantages of contiguous allocation. Okay, here also written external fragmentation. Okay, then next we are discussing non-contiguous allocation. First we discuss linked allocation. From linked allocation, what do you mean by linked? Linked mean one file at one file has some data and address of next data file. Okay, let's these are the files, these are the data of one files. Then if we take the single file, okay, and this is mainly two types. Okay, one is data and one is address. This address is for next data file. Okay, this address is for next data file. In one place we find some data and address to the next place. Okay, in linked allocation. Okay, here is some problem. If we want to access some random file, we have to follow the sequence first. I want to address 1. Okay, then I have to first starting address is 9. Here starting address is 9. Okay, first you have to start to 9, then 13, then 16, and then 1. Okay, we can address we can directly go to any random address. Okay, we have to follow the sequence. We can go to any random location in the disk. Next we have indexed allocation. Okay, next we have indexed allocation. In indexed allocation there is mainly two types of file. In a file, okay, there are data in during storing. There are two types of file. One is indexed file and another one is this is index file. Okay, one is indexed file and other one is data file. From index file we can get the address of data blocks. Okay, we can get the address of data blocks and then we go to this data blocks. Okay, two types of file. One is indexed file and another one is data file. You can check out here, it is the indexed file. Then this is and these are data files. Okay, these are indexed allocation. Okay, in indexed allocation every separate file has their indexed file. Okay, means if there is two types of two other files, two different files, then two different files have two different index file. Okay, if there is file 1 and file 2, then they have also two different index file, index 1 and index 2. Okay, Okay, we also discussed about FAT, file allocation table. Here we also discussed FAT. Okay, let's discuss about FAT. Here are also some advantages and disadvantages mentioned here. You can also note it down. It's better for semester exams. Okay, then we will discuss FAT. Okay, FAT. First of all, what is FAT? FAT means file allocation table. Okay, we have to first understand what is file allocation table. There is a index file. There is a index file which have address of all the files. Okay, if there is two different file, it does not matter there are two different files. Both files data is available, both files index is available in this index file. Okay, this is a universal index file for all the datas. Okay, this is the difference between FAT and indexed allocation. Okay, thank you.